Good morning and welcome to the morning show with Angel and Tina and our fabulous guests in their virtual studios today. Tina, how are you doing?
Doing fabulous. I am so excited about today's show. We have some amazing people in the green room, and we're sitting there laughing and talking in the green room because we always have so much fun on the show.
Tina can barely even get it out. She's like,
I can barely. It's been a day already. I don't even know what I was going to say now. You have made me speechless.
How?
I don't know. Okay,
I don't know. Like Tina's speechless. That's not a thing.
The sky is about to fall out because Tina Torres never gets speechless. But we have Dawn Bates in the house. Dawn, where in the world are you today?
I'm on an island off the coast of Brazil. That's all people need to know.
I'm on an island off the coast of Brazil.
She's not going to give us our GPS coordinates,
no,
right?
I can't tell you exactly where I'm at. I would have to kill you, but...
You'll find out in about a month's time when I get to a few more locations for you further on.
When she leaves here, she can tell you where she's been, right? And
Absolutely.
so we've all been following Dawn all this last year on her travels, and of course she was quarantined in Buenos Aires for how long were you quarantined there, Dawn?
Poor thing was quarantined in Buenos Aires.
I know.
That's a long time.
Man, did I? It was such a terrible
was just distraught.
Smashed out book after book, client after client. Yeah, it's great. Best 7 months.
And we have Giselle, the brandy professor in the house.
Look at her, like she's got her professor glasses on.
Like she literally is professor. I mean, look at the glasses. Nobody can rock red glasses like this. And she has like black ones and she has white ones and she has like all these colors. And I'm just like, I just love this girl.
I love you too. Thank you for having me. So happy to be here.
Yay. So where are you? Where are you at?
Okay, I am not in an exotic area. So I'll just Texas. I'm in the border of Mexico and Texas, Mission, Texas. Yes.
Oh, okay.
But I want to be with Dawn.
Yeah, right. I think we all want to be with Dawn.
I want to be with Dawn.
You don't.
There's a retreat coming. Don't worry.
I'm there.
What you don't know, what you can't see, is that Dawn is completely in a bikini right now because she just got off the beach, and we're like, oh
and
yeah,
we're all like in our warm
like
cozies,
27 degrees, like bundled up.
It is 46 degrees here in Florida this morning.
Oh my goodness.
And my daughter went over to Disney and she is in layers. She has leggings under her jeans. She's got she's got like this little thing for her head. It's like she's in Colorado, like ready to go on the ski slopes. She's like bundled up.
This is what you guys do when the temperature gets under 50 degrees. You're like, bring up the snow gear.
Yeah, it actually surprised me that it feels that cold here because it's Florida. I didn't expect it.
Well, honey, it is 27 degrees here in North Carolina. I woke up and I was like, oh.
And Dawn is in a bikini.
It's a time where you do need a man in your life to keep you warm.
Well, or Brazil
Let's
Island.
not go there, Tina.
We won't go. But one of the things that I love about Giselle, and I absolutely adore, is that she is married to a real life.
She's married. She adores that about you, is that you were married.
No, I gotta finish.
Like she had a long pause. Are you gonna finish that sentence?
She is married to.
So I can't date you because you're married.
I'm gonna snort in a minute.
Warning: do not attempt to drink coffee when Tina is talking today. If Tina is talking, put your coffee mug down. Otherwise, it might come through.
Coffee will spurt out of your nose. No, what I was trying to say is that she's married to a real life cowboy. Like, honest to God, cowboy.
Hello.
Yes. Okay. All right. My heart's going to go pitter patter because I do have.
Here goes Angel.
I do have a sweet spot. My dad was a rodeo cowboy. And so, I just grew up around that environment. And
Angel, I remember the last time I was here and I think you spent 5 minutes on memory lane.
Oh, and you know when the last time she was here, you know where I was? I was in Myrtle Beach.
You were in a bikini.
No. No, remember I was looking at the sign going, oh, parasailing, $65. That's when I went parasailing.
Oh, and that's when you were on the show talking about your cowboy husband.
Giselle was on the show.
Wow. Okay, it's all coming back. It's all
like,
coming
see, I
back.
have to, like, the British woman in me, when a cowboy or like an American Canadian guy goes, yes, ma'am, that's like,
See, somebody called me ma'am the other day, and I was like, please don't call me ma'am. That makes me feel so old.
No, they're so polite. Like, they're just so charming.
I know, but when a guy your age says yes, ma'am, or no, I mean, I guess it's different when, you know, got a cowboy.
I mean,
when it says yes, ma'am.
When it comes from the cowboy, you're like,
yeah, the little tip in the head. Oh,
yes, ma'am.
Like,
oh yeah,
yeah. No.
You know, there's a reason why we watch Heartland, ladies.
Yeah, right? No, what gets me is somebody calling me baby girl. Then I'm like,
that works too,
right? I'm just like, oh, that gets me. Okay, Angel, what gets you? What does Jay call you as your little nickname? Jay, what do you call Angel?
Questions
honey.
like that.
He says, honey, babe, look at him. He's like over there being all sexy, Mr. Eye Candy.
She's like, ooh, you just look so sexy.
I'm like, Angel, I get you.
My man. Nope, there's nobody out there.
Okay, question.
I don't see nobody.
What is it called? The Bachelorette. Let's do the Bachelorette with some cowboys.
Oh, see, Angel was gonna try to hook me up. She was like, we need to put Tina on a dating show. Because as you know, I'm single.
I think we should just create it right here.
We should do a whole Bachelorette show. Zandra, are you listening?
We said this a few months ago.
Tina Torres.
Yeah, Zandra.
Yeah, we just need to parade a bunch of gentlemen in front of Miss Tina and let them woo her and court her, and let her have her pick. Right? Make sure they're not dating anybody else.
Yeah, make sure they're not married. Yeah. And this is coming from experience. Make sure that they're not married. Make sure they're not dating anybody else. And what was the other one? Oh, and make sure that they can keep up with.
Make sure they got their shit together. Oh, sorry.
No. Yes.
That's number one. Yes.
Yes.
And
we don't want boys in men's clothing.
See, I think, that's one of the benefits. I mean, I married when I was young, right? So I didn't have my stuff together yet either. Like neither of us did. So we kind of grew into, we kind of just grew into really being adults. We were young. And I remember having a conversation with my sister-in-law one time about how stupid were we to marry so young, because what did we know about making this like lifelong commitment? Like what did we know and how to pick a guy who would be like this fabulous, great partner? I mean, we were really unqualified to make this lifelong decision. And truly, by the grace of God, we got lucky, right? Like because what did I know?
You make your own luck.
Right? But really, like I was smitten, right? But what did we really know? And we worked really hard.
Jay's over there in his recliner going, really? She goes,
that's the thing. That's the beauty of it. You've got to grow together.
He's going, really?
You drove him out, Tina. He just left. He's like, I'm out of here.
Before you drag him on the show. You know what?
Come on, Jay. Yeah, he has made his appearance a couple of times. And I think dating in this day and age, I told Angel today, I said, I think I'm just gonna be single the rest of my life.
She says that like every other Monday.
Yeah, right.
and then a couple days later, she's like all smitten.
I met somebody.
Right. And so we go through that, and then she's like,
no, he's not
single the rest of my life.
I'm sorry, Tina. I get these people. So I'm on.
It's really hard, though.
I get these people who are like, "Yeah, you're so beautiful. You look so accomplished." I'm like, "Oh yeah, what do you do?" "Oh, I work at McDonald's part time." And I'm like, Really?
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Oh my, really? Or, you
There
know,
might
yeah,
be
I have 4
like,
kids
sorry.
at home. And I'm like, okay. It's so hard. It's so hard.
Ain't
Giselle,
happening.
how long have you been married?
So I finally got it right after a couple of times, and we've been married 13. So Tina, like you just do it until you get it right, girl. Like
There you go.
we have one life. Don't limit yourself.
That's
But
true.
I got it right.
I have to have options all the time, right?
I mean, you have to get it wrong until to know how you
So
want.
Angel told me that I have to kiss a lot of toads.
It's
to
like
find my
business. We get paid on the nose,
Right.
right?
Right. Like I did a poster. I'm like, you do it, and I do it, whatever you want that to mean. Do it messy, do it gritty, just get it done so you know what you want and how to do it better, right?
Yeah.
We've been
Yeah,
together.
I guess I just have to kiss a lot of toads to find my prince.
You know, like I think when you go in, when I found Ruben, I think it's been what I had been searching for my entire life, but it was in my head. And then, but whatever was most prominent was what I would attract, which was, you know, first was traveling. And then it was like somebody who was like really shrewd in business so I could learn, right? But I forgot to mention all the good qualities that I wanted. And so, but the entire time I would like, I want somebody to like look at me like I walk on water, right?
Yeah.
Like that I can do anything. Or if I want to risk all of it, they're like, that's okay, babe, go for it.
Yeah,
I would
got
dream
you.
about those things.
I got you, right?
Yeah. Well, no and yes, because I love that we're partners in this, right? Like, and he's amazing, and he's all those things.
Yeah.
Seriously, like he is so conservative, but yet I'm crazy as heck, and he's like, all right.
Right. It's the opposite. And you know, and Jay and I have, I mean, we have our times where we're like just so gelling, right? But it hasn't always been like that. And it's not always like that every day. Right?
We grew up together.
We did, right? I mean, we've been married 28 years.
That's amazing.
28 years. That is, yeah, that's a lot of time.
Look at
And
us.
you did. You guys grew up together. And I think that's how, you know, I did it the first time. I grew up with him. And, you know, ever since then, it's just, there's just something like I haven't found either this person has this and then none of this, or this person has this and none of this. I'm like, can I just combine the two?
Can I take a piece of you and a piece of you and make
and
my
then your eyes and your ass, and then I'll be good.
we're gonna make her a robot.
In your ass.
Right? Like paper dolls, right?
Yeah,
We're gonna, like,
yeah.
design.
So
Design
somebody told me a couple days ago to write down all the qualities I want in my husband. And so I did. And I was like, yo, that's a lot. She's like, every single thing you want, you know, like faithful and, you know, like treats you like you walk on water and brings you flowers just because, and calls
But
you.
some of those, Tina, right? Some of those things, like, you know, like I want somebody who's honest, right? You want somebody who's faithful, you want somebody who's committed. But some of the other things, like I want them to treat me a certain way, like that you develop, right? Like that comes
Yeah,
to
but you
building
have
a
to teach
relationship.
them.
You
Right?
definitely have
You
to
have to
teach them.
do that for
So all of you
yourself.
guys
I
watching
buy
out here,
myself
just know
flowers.
that you're the woman that you're dating or that you're
Yeah.
married to. She has taught you a few things.
Yeah, I say that to people and they're like, oh my gosh, Jay is this amazing husband. I'm like, that is trained up, right?
That's
That
because
is
I have trained
right?
him.
right, and vice versa, right? Like we have developed what kind of wife does Jay need, and I have developed into that. And what kind of husband do I need? Jay, like I had to discover that, I had to figure that out, and I had to communicate to that, and then you know, I couldn't play both sides of the fence. Like, you never do this. This is what I want, right? Like, I had to be.
It's a give and take type of thing, right? You have to give, and everybody says,
Guys are simple. Although, do you remember what my friend? She's like, all you had to do is, how did I say this?
Well, you got to say it right because there's 3 things that guys like, and it's to feed them.
Just to feed them and love them, right?
There you go. There you go. That's the correct word.
Yeah. And I came home and I told that to Jay. I'm like, so my friend, we were having, and she's like, this is what she said, just have to feed you and love you, right? And he was like,
did you see her? She almost said it.
he's like, nuh-uh, we're not. No way. Like we're
Yeah,
far more, well-rounded than that. And he comes back like 20 minutes later. He's like, Angel, she's wrong. I'm like, oh yeah? He's like, yeah, you don't have to feed me. I make my own sandwich. He's like, this is all we need. Like, okay, honey.
Well, I can provide that part completely good. So, and the feeding part. So whoever's out there, hit me up. You get my phone
From
number,
there,
somebody.
Tina, right? From there, if they're committed to you, you can build on so many of these other things and grow into, and just, I think there's an element of growing into love. Like there's like growing into who you are as a couple.
Yeah.
Because you come at each other as these separate entities, but growing into a couple, you create that with each other.
All right, well, enough of the dating Tina Torres show.
Sorry.
Let's get to know, even though I love it, if you have, you're single, you want to go out on a date, if you're, in the Charlotte area, let me know.
Tag a few people, Tina.
Okay, good. Let me know. But we have a show. It is not Dating Tina Torres show, even though you guys all.
But if you have some suggestions for Miss Tina and some recommendations, people you want to point out to her, like she is open for applications.
There you go. I think I should go through an application. I should create a funnel.
Absolutely, you should.
A sales funnel.
A sales funnel.
Yeah, but
For
you see,
my
the
next
funny
husband.
the thing
And they
is,
gotta go through all of this stuff in order to put a ring on my finger. There you go. I'm gonna create a sales funnel.
There we go. All right. Well, it's great to have both of these gals back in the studio with us. Dawn Bate is our international world traveler, business strategist,
Our mermaid.
international best-selling author. I mean,
thank you, Mermaid.
she is one she is doing some amazing things. She has taken 2020, this pandemic, and just, I think, like wrapped a lasso around it and has just ridden it and like training a wild horse, right? Like you're like, I'm gonna come in and I know where I'm going. I know what I want to do.
Wild horse is definitely Dawn Bate.
Right? But like
the wild part of it mostly.
She is attracted, and she has won some of the most amazing international best-selling campaigns. She is working with some pretty high-level folks who want to get their story out there, who have some really incredible messages to share with the world. And she's expanding. I mean, every time I listen to her, and she's like, the laundry list of things that she is accomplishing. And she's just running circles. She's just running circles.
And she writes like 5 books a month.
Yeah, she writes a book in a week. She's publishing every 6 weeks. And she's doing it all while living this beautifully digital nomad lifestyle that we all dream of. So really, our dream builder, Miss Dawn Bates, we're so excited you're here with us today. I know we're actually in the process of rewriting her whole bio and putting together her speaker sheet, and we've been kind of going back and forth in the last couple of days with that, just to level her up of really to get that story out of who she are. And I know, like, I didn't read it and I just kind of went off the cuff, but we're working on putting that whole thing beautifully together for her.
And we've got your media mastery boot camp this weekend, which I'm really looking forward to, really, because this is the thing, it doesn't matter what level we get to. And I think this is something that a lot of people forget. They kind of get to a level and they go, oh yeah, I don't need to do that, so that's a bit beneath me. And it's like, actually, no, sometimes we have to revisit, because it's what we're delivering, there's always new gold. We're always in a new space. And it's like, what I will take from your media boot camp and what somebody else who's at the very beginning of that. I mean, I've been in the press for 22 years. I've made TV documentaries with Channel 4. I've been on the BBC Global. I mean, I don't even know how many news platforms and media platforms I've been in and on. But just because I've got that experience doesn't mean to say that I won't benefit from a boot camp that has got people there that are at the very beginning, because their questions are going to trigger something in me. Their questions are going to go, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh my God, why haven't I been doing that? Or, oh, I need to get my team on that. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what we create and smash out this weekend. Really looking
I am too.
forward
And
to
just to
it.
have you there, Dawn, right? I mean, the collaboration and the brilliance of having you in the group where we are, it starts in a couple of days. I am actually in the
Friday.
process, Dawn,
Friday.
I might be in my new house hosting the boot camp. There's like
Oh my
there
God.
was like a bigger possibility. The possibility is waning now because apparently there's a piece missing from the title company. They didn't do the land survey.
Oh,
We're supposed to close tomorrow, and we'll see. We'll see. Jay's pushing
Oh
on
my
them today,
goodness.
but anyways, yeah, the Media
Get on it,
Master
Jay.
Boot Camp it's a weekend where you do like, okay, I know it, but am I doing it? Am I doing it? But have I mastered that? And am I excellent at that? Like, knowing something and really be excellent at it are two different things. So here you have a weekend to really hone in on that and put that together. But Dawn, give us, because we know all the amazing things you've been doing in this last year, because it's pretty rocking.
Yeah.
Give just a little background of what this last year was like for you. How many books and all the stuff?
Shall we? How many books? What, that I wrote or that I published?
Both.
Yeah.
I wrote 3 books in their entirety, collaborated on 2, but published, I don't know, about 7 or 8.
There's so many. Like, there's so many. Like, most people do every 3 to 5 years. Like, it takes them 3 years to do one.
I've got no time for that. That's just, no, I've got time. I launched a couple of podcasts. I traveled up from the south of Chile. So when you were talking about your daughter with her leggings underneath her jeans, that was me at the beginning of last year when we were a week's sail away from Antarctica, which was amazing and so cold all at the same time. It was like, oh my God, it's so good to be cold. I've been in the tropics for years nearly, and it's like, I'm so glad I'm cold. And then I was like, I got bored of being cold, and I was like, I really need to be back in deck shorts and bikini. So I traveled up from Chile through Patagonia, through Argentina, and then got locked down for 7 months in total isolation, which was amazing. It was just so good to be. I had the whole of Buenos Aires to myself, just walking around Buenos Aires. I had the whole city there was nobody there. And I manifested that because I was like, I really want to enjoy Buenos Aires, but wouldn't it be great if there was nobody else on the streets? Then what? Lockdown happened.
Wow.
Like, yes.
Dawn made COVID happen.
I called it in. And then I was like, I really want to be back in the sun. I really want to see my boys, and if this is going to happen. And then I came here to Brazil, and I've made my way halfway up Brazil so far. So not done too bad in a year of lockdown.
Not too bad.
And
I gotta get my British accent on, because when Dawn is on, I get that little British accent. It's not a good one.
I had to watch Sherlock the other night.
The accent is a little better.
I can't do the British accent.
Yeah,
that's the one I cannot do. And so, yeah, Dawn has just, she's just launched and she's just gone at such tremendous speed. For some of us, you're truly running circles around, Dawn. So what's the secret? Like, what's your secret to just accomplishing?
Manifest being a British artist by yourself. That is the secret to success.
I just got to manifest a man to share this wild ride with. Yeah. It's and like we were just talking about your dating, but it's when you're at this point of life, and as you know, you like, I don't want a little boy dressed in a man's outfit, or pretending to, like, no, you got to have it together. You got to be willing to ride this, and quite literally on a different show.
I don't think that was a problem.
Tina. Yeah.
I'm gonna lose it. I am gonna.
Maybe it's not a boyfriend, Sheenies. I'm
Anyway,
thinking maybe
moving
it's
on.
not.
I'm gonna have to get off it.
Yeah, nothing long term. I am
Anyway.
thinking he just needs a release.
Love to get married again, right? But I've been single 3 years, and I would rather continue to be single than be with the wrong guy.
I agree 100%.
Going on, I am not going to share this energy and this power with anybody else until they prove
I'd rather
that
be
I am
than be with the wrong guy.
I'm not an option. I'm a choice.
Ooh.
And you better be ready, whoever you are.
Maybe I should add that.
And I've embodied it.
I think I'm going to add that to my match profile. I'm not an option. I'm a choice.
You're going to be on Match again?
Yes.
Oh, I got off Match yesterday or 2 days ago.
I thought you had gotten off already. Did you get back on?
That means something different, Angel.
Oh, it does? All right. Sorry. I'll just stay out of the single gal
I love these
conversation
American British things.
I got nothing. Yeah, I got nothing. I have nothing to contribute.
But the
to
thing
this.
is,
we gotta take a commercial break. So we'll be right back after this commercial break.
I was in the middle of listening. Hold on.
Just quickly.
We're taking a commercial break.
She's like, I need a break.
I need to compose myself.
I need to compose myself, pull myself together, go to commercial, go to commercial.
Dating show. And this I can't be with Dawn. She let's go to Giselle. We'll be back after this commercial break.
We'll take a commercial so Tina can pull herself together. We'll breathe. Like, I think we've been holding our breath, not really drinking our coffee. This is the Angel and Tina morning show. We are the bright start to your morning, and hopefully you are enjoying the giggles. We do have Dawn's trademark signature giggle with us here this morning. She is definitely playing full out. The Angel and Tina morning show is sponsored by the Zandra TV network. Take your content and put it on a digital streaming platform like Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, Chromecast, and more. She is on 7 digital streaming platforms. So is the Angel and Tina morning show. If you've ever thought about hosting your own show, taking your podcast, your YouTube content, and leveling it up, digital streaming is the optimal choice. So schedule your discovery call with them by going to their website, beonztv.com. That's beonztv.com. Bliss by the Lake Boutique is our clothing sponsor. They get new inventory in every single week. Some really fabulous stuff, especially from the keyboard up, but they have full wardrobes as well, and they ship all over the globe. And Sonic VA is your video assistant. Take those videos, take that content. Right? You can create the content, but it takes so long to take that raw footage and edit it and put it all together and upload it on to YouTube. Let Sonic VA take that off of your hands and send them the raw footage, and they'll make you look like a rock star on YouTube. And when you mention the Angel and Tina morning show, they're going to give you a 10% discount off your first 5 videos. Go to sonicva.com/video. Tell them Angel and Tina sent you to get that 10% discount off your first 5 videos. Take your videos to a whole new level with Sonic VA. Those are our sponsors. These are our guests. Super excited. I'm super excited. We're having such a fun time. Now I can't see. I've got Giselle's bio over here. Down here in my little thing.
Like underneath.
Can I just add something I was going to add before we got the giggles? You asked me a question and you said, what's my secret? And I was just like 22 years of diving deep into who I am, what I want, and going after it, and not actually worrying what anybody else wants me to do or how I want to do it, doing it my way, on my terms, my life, my rules. That's how I did it.
There you go.
Boom. Where's my microphone? Right?
And never underestimate a woman who giggles a lot, ever.
Yes.
Ever. All right. Well, we also have Giselle, our personal branding coach, compassionately answers the pain point of how concerning building influence in community across social platforms. It's about extracting your magic, creating a purpose-driven brand, and sharing where your core customer can feel relief Knowing You Exist. Her unique perspective and talents have been featured in Yahoo Finance, Thrive Global, and BuzzFeed. She teaches on a global scale, including the women's organization Fem City, and has courses, programs, and tips at library.boldin. I'll have to have you help, because I'm like, okay, those all blended together. We'll find out all the fabulous things, right? So we have 2 global leaders with us here this morning, sharing all of their juicy goodness on these global media platforms. Giselle, super excited to have you back with us.
Angel, thank you. Tina, thank you for having me. I love being with you guys. And Dawn, girl, you're a girl after my own heart. That was awesome. That is exactly what everyone should strive, is to live this one precious life unapologetically. Period. The end. Period. The end.
Absolutely.
At the end. You know, I've been following Giselle for like 9 months or almost a year now. And she just went through a huge physical transformation. And I'm going, what? Okay, so you got to tell us really quickly, before you tell us all your good branding secrets, what you were doing the end of 2020. And I mean, boy, let me tell you, when I say she has a rocking body.
Tina, I love you.
She has a rocking body.
I haven't heard that in a while. So thank you, my love. Yeah, you know, it actually started 2 years ago, and actually over 2 years ago, about 2.5 years ago. My husband was running for Congress. I was in a miserable space. You know, my son had gotten in a little bit of trouble. And so a lot was going on where I was in a really dark space, but I was showing up, you know, smiling and making sure that my husband's dreams were happening, that I was there for my kids. But inside I was like eating my way through life, right? Because that was the only thing I had control of at that moment. And I probably gained 40 pounds, you know. I mean, I think I'm being nice to myself just because I can. And so it started where I was like, okay, enough, but I don't know what to do. And it started with 5 minutes a day. And then I fast forward, and I'm talking about like just getting up off my couch 5 minutes a day and moving, like just trying to break a sweat. That's it. Like I wasn't going to, you know, everything else I was doing, I was always showing up really big. I've always been very passionate about what I do. I always serve with, you know, intention and try to impact. But, you know, when things are out of your control, you have to find some outlet, and food was mine. So, you know, fast forward, 2020 COVID happened, and it seemed like the world's completely stopped, and I had time, which is now the most precious gift that I give myself every day. I had time to think. That's it. Like time to think. I got to think about, are you happy in the body you're in? I mean, you have this beautiful life. You have this amazing love. Your children are beautiful, amazing. Like I'm always in full gratitude, right? But you know, if there's something not right, it's going to manifest in something. And for me, it was my body. It was that like little outlet of like that immediate gratification of eating. And then fast forwarding where I was like, I had time to like analyze life and how amazing it was, even though we were in a challenge, and I needed to do something. So I did this thing called 75 hard, you guys. And it's hard.
It's in the name, right? It's in the name. So it's not just a clever name. It really is hard.
It was so hard. And it wasn't hard. The workout part wasn't hard. It was the discipline that you had to do every single day, or you failed if you missed one tiny little thing. Yeah. So if I didn't do the 2 walks or the 2 workouts the way that you're supposed to do them, and it was easy, walk 45 minutes or do something outside for 45 minutes, do something else separately for another 45 minutes. But you had to do that twice a day. If you didn't, you did
75 days, or like a 75, was it like, what was the 75? Was it 75 minutes?
75 days.
75 days. You had to pick your diet that was all like, it was healthy for you. So no sugar, no alcohol. You had to read 10 minutes a day. You had to do 2 workouts a day. You had to drink a gallon of water a day.
And if you didn't do this, like 15 days in, you have to start over again.
Okay. So, I mean, so it's like an all in, like you are committed. It's everything. It's not just working out. It's changing your diet, your reading, self-development, like Like,
well, if you guys
everything.
are following her, go look at her. She posted a before picture, and then
Okay.
she posts her after picture, and I was like, it's like, dang, because I seen you. You said, okay, today's day one. I was like, maybe I should. And then a week into it, I was like, yeah, I probably should join her. And then like you were showing up all these things, and I was like, dang, I could have done this.
Not
I could have been already done for 20 days.
It's not too late, because I will tell you, do it with a group. I did it with 6 other people. And the reason that, I don't know if I can cuss here, but the reason that stuff works is when you have people that are, okay, you know what, Dawn, you did. When shit works is because people who are just as much in it for your success as they are for yours, you show up. You don't want to be the person because one person goes, oh, I just don't feel like it today. It gives you permission to stop.
To say, okay, I don't want to do it either. Let's not do it.
Now I know this to be true. And so when I start accountability groups, because I'm like all in about when it comes to like, you know, learning sales funnels or whatever it is that I'm doing,
was that you?
Yeah, that's a bad picture because my husband did the angle like at my waist. That was a bad picture. Yeah, that's a better picture. That's a better picture. Yeah, that was just,
yeah, we're both like looking through your pictures now.
Yeah.
Nice cowboy.
Yeah. Okay.
my new chubbies. Aren't they cute?
Oh, is this him?
I love those.
That's my baby. That's an old picture. That's like 8 years ago, 9 years ago. 8. I don't know.
Well, I mean, I just clicked on photos and it's like right there at the top.
That's her cowboy.
Because he loves sharing pictures from a long time ago. So yeah, that was the Transformation 75 Hard. I recommend it because the biggest thing wasn't the weight that I lost. The biggest thing was the discipline, what I learned about discipline. I'm a creative, so discipline is hard for this girl. Like I get, you know, shiny things. I'm like, oh, that's awesome.
Giselle, and I think that's my thing because I'm creative too. And every new, I'm like, oh,
you should see my like.
Oh, shoes. Oh, pink.
Yes, shoes is what gets me.
Men.
And men.
Shoes, pink, men.
What is that?
What is
That
this?
is amazing. Look at that.
So I time block. Yeah, I time block everything.
Oh yes, that's me.
I time block everything, and it helps this
Color
create.
coded, everything scheduled.
Yes. Everything's
Colors,
scheduled.
yes.
Time to think is scheduled. Time to go get grounded is scheduled. Going and walking.
Yes.
All of it is scheduled.
Okay, so what was this calendar? Because I am a planner chick.
Brendan
I love
Bouchard.
these planners.
Oh, it's the high performance planner. It's
I have one. I got one for my birthday last year.
use it. There's science behind it.
Yeah.
It works. What I've been able to create in the last 6 months is mind blowing for me. Like I'm a creative again, and not try to have an excuse, but like I've always had this beautiful, really colorful life, right? But I like flow, right? I'm like, woo, yes. I mean, you can't scale a business like that, girl. You
Can't scale a business like that, girl, right?
No.
You've got it 100%. Like, I mean, these are both of you, right? When you hear about what, like the work ethic that you bring to the table, right? I mean, it's 100%. You are all in. You know exactly what you want, where you're going, and you're scheduling it, right? You're putting boundaries. You're putting things in place, and nobody is getting in your way. Nobody, no thing, no distraction is getting in your way. You've got it. Like I'm doing it. I know where I'm going, and I'm getting stuff done. Like I'm making stuff happen. And I think that's it. Like so many just kind of wake up and go, well, how do I feel today? Right? Do I feel like doing it? Do I really want to do that? I don't know. Right? Like they're wavering and letting the wind just blow them, getting sucked into social media, right? And not getting anything done. Like you do you, right? What do you want? Because truly we have the life we created.
Yes.
From the very beginning, we were talking about relationships. We have the relationships, like with people, like we've taught them how to treat us and how, like we've taught, like,
I know. I get you, Angel. I feel it.
Show.
I feel it. Yes.
All right, Giselle, what have you been doing the last 6 months, and what do you have coming up for us that everybody who is like blowing us up right here on social media are like, oh my gosh, what does she do? What does she do? Tell us what you have, what you've been working on, and what you have coming up.
Yeah. So I have been a publicist to social media strategist to now I teach successful entrepreneurs how to use, specifically I use Instagram as the hub, how to teach people how to use it as a tool to build influence, community, and their business. And so it has been a lively, amazing road of a lot of falling on my face to get it right. But I highly believe you jump and then you're like, oh, that sucked. Let's do that again.
Yeah.
And so now I'm in a space, you have to jump to figure out
what. Well, that was too high for me to jump. Let me move this part and readjust and change my outfit and let's go again.
Yes. And the other thing you guys said that I want to highly recommend everybody who is following this show, this morning show, if you have dreams of doing anything that Angel and Tina can teach you how to do, or Dawn or me, please lean in. I spent over, I don't know, $40,000 in the last, and it was money I didn't have, but I had to invest in myself. Yeah. And can I tell you, I've already made it back and some. So you have to have coaches. As we coach people, we have to be coached. Yeah. We cannot do this alone. Yeah. It just doesn't work that way. So please lean in. Yeah. What do I do? And so now I'm a branding coach. I teach you how to shine on social media, to connect to a freaking world that is needing you, that just doesn't know you exist. It's that simple. You got to show up so people can find you. You don't show up and you're not vulnerable and you don't share value, please don't show up and list all your accolades. Nobody gives a hoot. Nobody cares.
On fire this morning.
Like, absolutely. You're like all these titles. This is the thing. People forget that it's like, you know what? I don't give a rat's ass how many certificates you've got. Are you a good person? Are you honest? It's like all these people. I'm looking for a social media manager at the moment, right, to just deal with all of this, because right. But I go to their own profile and it's like, why would I hire you?
Because their social media sucks.
Like they've got like 100 people.
Yeah, but it's
and I'm really choosy. I unfollow people all the time.
However,
I disconnect with you. My space is sacred.
Like what you teach is usually not what you do all the time.
Truth.
Yeah,
right?
But you have to. I'm not going to go to an author coach or a business coach that is employed by someone else. I'm not going to go to a writing coach or an author coach that hasn't published a book.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go to, I'm not going to go to a diet. Again, let's not get too political here. But I am not going to listen to health ministers who look like they're about to drop down dead of a heart attack. Do not give me health advice unless you've got your health in check. And I completely get your journey, Giselle, because I lost 62 kilos. I lost my whole self and then some. Right. And that just, I did. Right.
How can people get a hold of you? And I know you have a free gift out there for all of our listeners.
I have so many free gifts at library.bold. Institute. I spell it wrong on purpose.
Okay. I didn't want to, I'm going to slaughter this.
I spell it wrong on purpose. Institute.com. There's a lot of yummy freebies there. I do have a free webinar that is happening in March. You can find all this goodness in my Instagram, but more than anything, you guys, I follow back because I cheer you on. I want your success. You can follow me at The Branding Professor on Instagram. People always ask me like, yeah, but how do I find you? There. So download Instagram if you're not on there, because I will answer everybody because I care. I care about you. I want you to shine. I do.
And I will be tomorrow on
manners.
Instagram Live with Giselle. We're going to be talking about my new book and things that are going on. I'm so excited. So very excited. But go find her, follow her, get all of her freebies, because a lot of these coaches, they give you so much value in their freebies. If you just take it and implement strategies. And that's the important piece. The important piece isn't to go follow them. The important piece
No,
is
it
to
is.
download and implement.
You gotta
Start with the follow. Start with the
I
follow.
mean, you gotta start with the follow. Yeah, start with the follow. But
that way you can ask me questions. Ask me questions.
exactly,
'Cause I
but you
want
have to implement. You have to show up. You have to be consistent. You have to be there. And if you're not, you can't complain that your business is not where you want it to be.
Okay, Dawn, how do we get in touch with you? Dawn.
Oh,
Oh,
they can.
how they follow you?
They can follow me at Real Dawn Babes, because I like to keep it real. Keep my feet, I'd say on the ground, but I'm never hardly on ground. But Real Dawn Babes, or they can go to my website, dawnbates.com. Behave yourself, Tina. And
I can't
you know, you can.
She's just naughty today, huh?
How come you're not saying nothing to her?
Only dogs can hear her now. All right, I just so I pulled out my
So
Instagram.
Real Dawn Bates and dawnbates.com.
The Real
Or
Dawn.
Ms. Mermaid.
Miss Mermaid.
Not the Real Dawn Bates, Real Dawn Bates.
Real
And
Dawn
then
Bates.
Giselle, let us know one more time how they can get a hold of you. And then do you have any final words for our audience members?
Well, one, I wanted to know what Angel was going to say about going to her Instagram, because I was like all in. I was like, what are you doing?
What happened?
Angel? What do you
Angel
know
doesn't use her Instagram very much.
Angel, let's get some love there, because this is the thing. I'm going to leave this. This is what I'm going to leave everybody with is when you have magic that people need so they can transform their lives and you don't show up for them, you aren't being
selfish.
responsible. That's not okay. So yes, it takes work. Yes, I'm not getting after you, Angel. This is not, I wasn't, wait, hold on. Let me back it up.
You are not showing up, Angel.
Angel. Because you guys are incredible and everyone out there has so much value, but nothing happens in a vacuum. And this is where people are paying attention. 1.8 billion active users today happening now on social media. Please, you have to show up so people can find you and you can serve them. It's really that simple. It doesn't need to be perfect. Yes, it all gets better. Lighting gets better. Sound gets better. How you frame yourself gets better. But the most important thing when people show up and they needed to hear the message you delivered is you transform someone's life that day. And that's the important part.
I love that. And it's just one person. I always say if I can change one person's life every day, I have done my job.
Yes.
One person.
Or many. Many's good.
Writing
too.
my stuff, Tina. I'm like,
I thought you said money's good.
girl, you're speaking for me.
Many. I like that, right?
My
Okay.
youngest learning to speak used to call me money. I was like, okay.
Yeah,
that.
Speak it.
Yeah, you can call me that.
Call me money, right? You have to show up so people can find you, so you can serve them.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
You
I
see
love
why I love this chick?
It's selfish not to.
I can't wait for tomorrow.
You both create an environment for your clients to show up, right? So that people can find them. You create this platform, you create this space for them to show up authentically, to share their story, to be truthful and honest. And there's freedom in that. And I know that's a lot of what you talk about, Dawn. There's freedom in sharing your truth, but you have to show up. And ladies, you showed up today. You showed up in a big way, authentic way. I appreciate you both for being a part of the morning show today. You guys are rock stars. I followed both of you on Instagram. You were already followed me, so thank you. So all I
You
had
weren't
to do was follow you
already.
back.
Are you following me on Instagram?
Oh, I don't know.
Probably not.
Right? It's
No.
it's not a platform that I typically show up.
Yeah,
on.
she doesn't really like anytime I ask her, it doesn't.
I'll follow back.
How dare you?
Well, not just don't feel badly. Like I don't.
Yeah, she doesn't ever get on Instagram. I said something about the other day. I said, "Hey, I tagged you."
I know
on
she
Instagram."
doesn't.
She goes, "You did?" So Facebook is her platform. Facebook is her platform. So
Well, I would love to challenge you guys to go live once a week together, Angel and Tina, and just riff the way you guys do. It's first of all, it spreads joy.
The
you know,
last time I shared anything was on November 12th. And then
let's
before that was in May.
So you have to be careful with
Right
that
here.
because you're called a ghostagram.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, it is. There's an element of, and you choose your platform. And but this is, there's a lot of good stuff going there, and you have to show up so people can find you.
I have started using Instagram a lot more. And so that's where I'm hanging out a lot more now. I mean, obviously I still love my Facebook. LinkedIn, I'm still flirting with, I'm still not like, it's just,
That's it.
people are just a bit too serious.
I flirt with them.
Take that broom out of your backside.
That's okay. And you know what? The thing is that you can take the content that you do all the time on Facebook and you can leverage it across all platforms, because what you
no, that's why I need someone else to do it for me, because I'm not.
That's what I do. I put my stuff on Instagram. It gets sent to my business page. I copy it and put it on my personal page. It gets my Twitter account gets pushed out there. I'm never ever on Twitter, but it gets pushed out to Twitter. So my Twitter account hits LinkedIn, and then they all get hit. And I'm the only two platforms that I'm on are Instagram and Facebook.
Oh, can you link your Twitter? So stuff that goes on Twitter then goes to LinkedIn? Because I know you can do LinkedIn Twitter, but I didn't know you could do it the other way. See, this is why I need a social media manager. Like.
All right, ladies, it's been a fabulous show. Thanks for hanging out with us. I'm Angel Tussey. I am the flirter on Instagram, right? But right now I'm like, okay, what else can I be putting on there? Oh, shoot, I lost my train of thought. Media Mastery Bootcamp happening this weekend, February 5 through 7. Boost your media exposure, and you can get started with a complimentary media starter kit at my website, makeyourbigimpact.com. It is time, right? Visibility is the key. Let's show up. Let's shine our light so brightly and serve others in this really beautiful space. Grab your complimentary media starter kit at makeyourbigimpact.com.
I'm so excited. We had the most wonderful day today. You always know if our guests are a little bit late coming on, you know that the show is going to be a rock star show. And that it was. I am Tina Torres, your client retention expert, otherwise known as the gratitude specialist. And if you're struggling with attracting the right clients, not knowing how to connect to them, or even if you just don't know how to convert them into clients, I have a complimentary guide that I hope you grow your audience organically, online and offline, connect and nurture those relationships authentically, and then take those relationships and turn them into paying clients. You can grab your guide if you text the word connection to 26786. And it's not too late to still buy your Beyond Gratitude book for $5 on Amazon. Go to beyondgratitudebook.com. beyondgratitudebook.com. It is still a #1 bestseller on Amazon right now. We are Angel and Tina on the Angel and Tina Morning Show, where we come to you live every weekday morning at 11 a.m. We will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day, guys.
Ciao, ciao.